Alright, Sean here. It's 14 October. Another tough day in the markets. At least we didn't close on the dead lows. We're pretty close, but yeah, I mean, still playing for a bounce. So let's just take a look at the S&P real quick here. This is the S&P on a daily, and yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of a bounce today, and then they faded it. So again, it's a little frustrating. I was definitely positioned in the SPY Qs, and it just came back and didn't do anything. So again, you know, as we know, picking bottoms is not an easy task, even when you're right, to actually execute and take take advantage of it. Isn't easy. Of course, in hindsight, it always is. And you said, hey, why didn't I just load the boat? You know, when there was blood on the streets. But you know, I like to limit the risk as much as possible on these entries, and really want things to you know, work right away. So anyway, without further ado, I'll go over the just some tactical setups I have to play a bounce if we do get one, which yeah, at some point we will. Obviously, I don't know whether it'll be tomorrow. We'll see how we open up, and again, see how things go. But first on the list here is oh, and by the way, before I go over this, yesterday I only had two that I really, if you saw my video yesterday, the one that actually worked was Sears, believe it or not. And again, Sears yesterday in a really bad down tape was one of the only few stocks that actually went green. And you know, what I was looking for here is, you know, we definitely, you know, pulled back into support, had a big move here, and I figured, you know, again, risk reward. I figured, hey, it closed near the highs. I'm going to be buying the high above the high of the day, and my risk would have been actually on the system that I had. My risk was 25.5, so I was risking half a point. And I mean, that's yeah, I didn't anticipate a move like that, but that's basically you know, as far as risk reward, what you're looking for. And that sort of worked out. Still hold it. We'll see how it, if there's any follow through tomorrow, and play it accordingly. The other one I went over yesterday, I had a position in, was CYBR. Unfortunately, it gapped up. Looked like it wanted to, you know, break out above these levels here, and but just failed. Just, you know, I mean, you saw it. It got heavy, especially when I had a stop below 32 at 31.99 stop, and it got triggered, and my fill was 31.5. I mean, this is not a really thin stock. I mean, today traded, you know, roughly 2 million shares, and taking a half a point slippage is you know, is mind blowing. But that's what it was. So I have to believe that once I got that fill, was, hey, there's nobody underneath wanting to buy this thing, and that was it. Got out, and yeah, the rest is history. This thing just, you know, yeah, really closed poorly, which is a shame. It had definitely was showing some relative strength, and that was that. Another stock I had listed was Apple. It has been relatively strong, but you know, and I did caveat that, hey, you know what, in this tape it seems like they're going to come for everything, and sure enough, looks like they want to come for Apple here. So I mean, especially if they take out these lows in here, this, you know, Apple could get one day a bit of ugliness. So I know it's be tough to be shorting down here, but it might be worth a shot to actually short this thing if it breaks these levels, and just have real tight stop in. Really, what you're looking for is, you know, get that one day blood in the street trade in Apple. That looks like the way it's going to be. If it stays above these levels and starts trading back up, yeah, I maybe get interested again. But right now, it's kind of off my radar for tomorrow. So anyway, back to Netflix. This is one, and again, it's probably one of the, again, holding in quite well. It had that, yesterday was actually a pretty bad day, but if you look at it, it's completely reclaimed pretty much most of that move, which is quite impressive. Tells me there's some hidden strength in this. Again, compared to the rest of the market, which is completely been hammered, it's actually still in this range, so it actually looks quite well at this point. So again, not an A plus setup by any means, but I think if buying it above today's high, definitely this is a 21 day as well, another level that a lot of short-term traders will be watching. We get above this 452, definitely worth a shot. Looking to reclaim some of these highs here, get back up in this mid to high 460s, and maybe even higher if we do get more than a 1 day bounce in the indexes. So that's going to be one that's on my list. I'm just going to go down these real quick here. XONE, another in a space that's been just obliterated for quite some time here. At one point this thing was, look at this, $70 stock early in the year, now down below 20, but maybe worth a shot above this high right here, 20 and 3/4. It's still under 20. If you want to cheat in it, you could buy above today's high, which is above 20, and then again, if it gets above 20, you really want to see it get to that 20 3/4 quite quickly. You don't want to see it take it out and then fail. So again, just be cognizant of that. In the biotech space, another one that has gotten hammered pretty hard, but in the past couple days has held up quite well. RX, not the thickest stock, trades roughly 500,000 shares a day, but might be worth a shot above 10, and then see if they can get back to this level in the 11s, and maybe even make a move higher. Again, when I'm giving these setups here, my risk parameters are going to be quite tight, even in a $10 stock. So I'm going to be really looking for, definitely don't want it to get any lower than 9.5 or so. Monster, another one that's looking for rebound here. It's been quite strong. It has this big move up here to new highs. Obviously pulled in with the weakness in the indices, and I think maybe worth a shot above today's high. See if they can get some momentum, break these highs up in here. So again, something keep an eye out. And again, I'll be buying today's high tomorrow. ROST stores, another one. It's been definitely relatively strong. We'll definitely be buying above these highs right here, 78.30 level. This is what market's been hammered. This thing's near highs, very impressive. So I'll be on top of that. Not the greatest. This is not the greatest A setup, but there's a little level here. Above 17 3/4. Again, another just that it's really had a move from 26 straight down in here. I figure if it can get above this level, maybe you'll get some short covering or maybe some interest. Even gets a pop up into 18, 19 would be nice. This is actually a strong biotech stock. This one here, not the thickest stock either. It trades 500,000 shares a day, but had a weak close today. But if not tomorrow, at some point, if we can get above these levels in here, it might be worth a shot. And is another one. Natus Medical. Again, we closed today. I'd really much rather see another day within this range, kind of get tight, and then, getting close to these levels, and then, would be much better risk reward shot. But on my radar nonetheless. So those are going to be the stocks I'll be watching tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see if we can, get another Sears type trade. That'd be great. And that's all I got.